Alright, hello and welcome back to round 2 of a standard daily. We have a hand here that is very playable. 2 into 3 into 2. But it is a little bit awkward still. Um, Man, it being 2 into 2 into 3, depending on what I draw. I'm not going to mulligan it because I have enough redundancy on 2 that Thoughtseize does not really slow me down. That is the benefit to playing the mono red deck against a. That's fantastic here to draw. That is exactly what I wanted. Um, the benefit to playing a mono red aggro deck versus mono red devotion is that Thoughtseize does not completely ruin your day as it does with mono red devotion. The reason being is Thoughtseize on an important part of your curve not only proactively ruins your devotion, but it can almost time walk you. If, say, you're on 3 and you have a Reckoner in hand and a Fanatic Amogus in hand and you have no other turn 3 play, Thoughtseize is a complete answer to that. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do Emissary into Fire Fist Striker. It's the most aggressive start right now. It is the most resilient against Searing Blood, which is the card I'm most worried about here. The question is whether I block if he attacks, and I think the answer is yes. Because I'm way behind here, and I know it's not sexy to trade, but I think it's necessary here. And he passes. I'm happy to play Mutavault and go with a Chandra's Phoenix and go back on the aggressive myself. Hopefully he does not have another Searing Blood. But this opens me up to playing Ash Zealot and Fire Fist Striker next turn, or playing Ash Zealot and attacking with Mutavault. Okay, so he is on a very similar deck to my own. This is a mirror match. I'm going to go with Searing Blood, and I think I want to attack. I think I want to play Fire Fist Striker. That lets me attack through Boros Reckoner if he somehow has those in his deck. It also gets the maximum damage on the board rather than stuck in my hand. Let's see, Fire Drinker Satyr, sure. And yes, I will go ahead and play an Ash Zealot with my opponent being relatively dead here. I think I play Pyro. Yeah. I have enough damage coming at him right now that I do not need to attack with Mutavault. Now I have to attack with Mutavault. Okay. Unfortunate, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Go ahead and there. I would have rather played the Pyro and gotten him down to 7 life still, but oh well. Still have him not quite dead on board, but he is very, very close here. So yes, we're playing against a virtual mirror match here, although he's going with Gorehouse Chainwalker instead of Young Pyromancer, which I think gives me an advantage. Let's see, yeah, he definitely attacks with the Satyr. And now since I have a Fire Fist Striker, I'm only going to attack with the Phoenix. I do not want to lose my Mutavault here, but I do still put him to 5. And he is bottlenecked on mana, so I'm in a very good position here. Hopefully good enough that I can kill him this turn. In reality, I probably have him on a 2-turn clock here. I expect to have to face 2 different spells. That's very good for him. That is not so good for him. He's probably not going to leash it. He's probably going to leave it leashed, rather. And I have many cards here that just end the game on the spot. That is not one of them, although it is not bad. So if I make it so the Chain Walker cannot block, then he blocks my other three guys, takes 4 damage, and goes to 1. His team is gone. I still have a Chandra's Phoenix. That seems kind of lame. 2, 4, 6, 8. He has 8 damage coming at me. That means he is definitely not lethal this turn. I think I'm comfortable just playing a guy and attacking with Phoenix. I don't think I need to push this. That lets me get max value out of Fire Fist Striker and Young Pyro. Sure, he might kill my Fire Fist Striker, but I think this is the overall safest and highest EV play. See, my opponent cannot threaten an attack here. I think an attack is essentially a desperation play at this point, if he so chooses. That will be good, not good yet. But I think I can... Yeah, since I can play it, I will go ahead and alpha. Fire Fist Striker bites the dust. Surprised he did not take out the Chandra's Phoenix, to be honest. And he obviously has to block up on everything, otherwise he just dies. Well, no, I mean, I guess he saves his Satyr, but everything else trades. And I get to follow up with a hammer, which is lethal. Pass the turn. So this game is probably over. I don't think he has any card that can be considered an out there, since his Satyr cannot block at 1 life. Now, as for sideboarding, Boros Reckoner comes in. Peak Eruption comes in since he's on white-red. He almost certainly has Chain to the Rocks, and this is... What's awesome about this is even if he sideboards out creatures, which makes Searing Blood a dead card, I'm basically boarding in everything since he's white. And I want to board out some of these really bad cards here. Fire Drinkers, yeah, I want to board out the bad 1-drops. I want to leave in the Young Pyros. I want to leave in all of the big guys. That means I have to cut some of these. I need to cut 5 of these. Burning Tree Emissary and Ash Cell seem like the best of them, whereas Fire Fist Striker seems like the weakest. And one more card, Hammer of Perforos, can be cut. 2 copies of that. Let's add back in 1. Let's do that. I kind of want the other Faded Conflag. No, let's do that. Okay, I'm going to try this. I've been a bit fluid as for how to sideboard in the mirror match. I really, really like red mirrors. This is one of the reasons why I enjoy playing this deck, is because red mirrors are, 1, they're awesome, 2, they reward skilled play. For example, this spot. Opponent is playing first. That might not be correct here. In this format, I haven't yet determined that in many red standard mirrors, it is correct to draw first. Anyway, I'm not mulliganing this hand. I have a Boros Reckoner, Searing Blood, and Chandra's Phoenix, all of which are awesome here. I do not know yet whether I'm going to play Ash Zealot on 2. I'll probably Searing Blood if he has no creatures out. But obviously turn 1 I have an easy choice since I do not have any 1-drops left in my deck. And I do not play Shock in this version. Yeah, Ash Zealot is just going to get hit with Searing Blood here. So I don't think I even want to cast it. There's really no reason to just run it out there. Now here, I'm happy to Searing Blood him. And I'm going to go with the Phoenix myself. One, because I want to be able to yank it back on the next damage spell. But also, I want my Boros Reckoner to be a 2-for-1 if possible. If he has a creature out, that's fantastic for me. Yep, so the Searing Blood hit the Phoenix as expected. And Mutavault comes in, I think, yeah. Now I've got some options here. Boros Reckoner will blank the Mutavault temporarily. Also, Ash Zealot here has a window. I think I'm going to Ash Zealot and keep up Searing Blood. I want to snag my 2 damage here while I can guarantee it, since I do not have to deal with a Searing Blood. And I do not, obviously, I'm not keeping it on defense. I'm on the play, or rather, I'm on the draw here, but I have the initiative at the moment. I have the real threat, I have the higher life total, and I have the removal spells in hand. And having another Boros Reckoner in hand as a backup threat gives me the ability. That's kind of rough. No, I will not bolt him to. Question is, do I Lightning Strike end of turn? No, I do not. But I do play Mountain and a Boros Reckoner. Now, Chain to the Rocks here is a valid concern. Thankfully, I have either I have Searing Blood on Mutavault to avoid getting completely blown out by that. But if he has any sort of damage-based removal here, like a Lightning Strike, that's going to end up going back at his face. That's like he thought seized himself to get rid of my Boros Reckoner. I guess not really. It's not quite that bad. Similar amount of value, though, for me. Chandra's Phoenix. Alrighty. You are allowed, sir. What do you have to say about Mutavault, though? Is that coming in? You're going back on the offensive? Yes, sir, you are. Now the question is, do I hit Mutavault or Chandra's Phoenix? Mutavault ties up his mana. So does Recasting Phoenix. I think I hit Chandra's Phoenix here, which might be incorrect, since he can rebuy it so easily. But he has so much mana that I do not mind him. And this game is relatively in hand, I think, since I have a Phoenix, the ability to rebuy it, and I have my Mutavault here to finish the job. So red mirrors are one of, I guess most mirror matches reward experience, but what is unique about a red mirror, I guess control mirrors, blue control mirrors are similar in that they reward your experience just even through the years. I've been playing red decks from Sly on up to the red deck wins to goblins. Loved goblins. Played goblins in Vintage. Played goblins in Legacy. Played goblins in old extended. Played Goblin Bidding, Burning Wish Goblin Bidding at the Pro Tour Extended. This is just the kind of deck that just really rewards being familiar with how to sequence your turns with red decks, and the current state of red cards makes it very easy to play. There are not a lot of difficult decisions in this kind of deck, and so playing in an 8, 9, 10 round standard tournament, this is the kind of deck that I feel most comfortable being on. Alright, now I'll go ahead and play the Mountain just so I can make sure he knows where he stands. No, I will not attack with Mutavault. I do not feel any reason to. but this Boros Reckoner is essentially lethal. That, I don't know if you could hear that. That was my cat swiping at the headset. All right, yeah, he's got an answer. Hopefully, it is not a War Leader's Helix. It's a Lightning Strike. That's okay. And I will play my Reckoner. And no need to play my Lightning Strike yet on him. I'd rather let that be for now. I suppose play attack with Mutavault may have been better against specifically. Ooh, well, I guess that's not bad because he only has he doesn't have any cards in hand. Um, so he has no cards in hand, and Chandra's Phoenix. I guess it depends on what he does with Mutavault. Is he gonna keep it back to block? No, he's not. Okay. So if I take this, then I lose to Boros Charm, and I lose to War Leader's Helix. But I think I lose to Helix anyway. I think I have to just take this here, because then I rebuy my Phoenix, and I win next turn. Yeah, I'm just going to take the 2 damage. Show me a 4 damage spell, and you can have game 2. I don't think you have it. What is it, though? Gorehouse Chainwalker. If he leashes it, he's okay. But he's still going to take 2 damage, 3 damage. Yeah, he's still dead. And to turn Lightning Strike you, pull back my Phoenix, and that is game over. Alright, thank you for watching round number 2. We are now 2-0. I don't think there were many debatable decisions throughout that match. It's just a pretty standard red mirror, but if you saw anything that you would correct, please, please, please share that with me. That's the point of doing these videos. It takes a lot of time and energy to record a video and to talk through it and to upload it to YouTube. And it is something that I enjoy doing, but I would also very much appreciate getting some real criticism in particular on my play. My goal is to get back to the Pro Tour. I've only been to one, but it was one of the coolest experiences of my life, and it's now been almost 10 years. So thank you very much for watching, and please join me for round 3.